What is up, everybody? So today's video, we're gonna be doing something not too different, really, honestly. But you guys can see it hasn't changed much. I'm gonna try and get some of the inspections done tomorrow, even though it's ugly as hell looking right now. A plastic dip that I talked about in the last video is gonna be happening, but it hasn't showed up yet, so I'm kind of stuck. And I still have some sanding and a little bit of prep work to do anyway, so whatever. But it does have insurance on it. I do have temporary permits, but I still have to get some inspections done. But I do need to throw some rear brake pads on, so I'm gonna do that. I might rip out the carpet because it's disgusting. So I don't know, I could try to shop vac it honestly, but I was thinking of even taking it out and washing it outside, letting it dry in the sun, then putting it back in. But we're gonna get some of that stuff done so that I can technically drive it. The seats aren't even bolted in. I got a seat on the ground here, and the one that's in the car is, very loose right now. So we got a lot to do. I don't think we'll get everything done, honestly. Actually, I know we won't get everything done, but let's bite into it. Let's get some stuff done today and see where we're at by the end of the video. Okay, so if you guys didn't catch the last video, we're still in the same state. Hood is fixed. The door is fixed. We still have some sanding to do, but for now, it's not a big deal. And these pads are absolutely toast. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if we can get the camera in on that. There's nothing left. I don't even know what the inside of the pad probably looks like, but there's nothing there. And it has to go for inspection, so you do need some brake pads. You need the brake lights, headlights, and the brakes to work. So you guys are gonna laugh. So if you guys don't already know, I just got some Duralast pads. I know we're gonna be going to the track. We'll probably need better pads, but the irony of this whole thing is this isn't meant to be the fastest track car in the world. I'm sure you guys can probably understand it's not a super fast, high performance car. And, you know, not to take anything away from it, but it is a 240 horse car. It is quick around the track, but it's not like the fastest thing in the world. So these pads, as silly as this is, have a lifetime warranty. As long as you don't let them go metal to metal, like metal on metal, and the pad is obliterated, they will replace them for free. So that means that we could technically run these pads all the way around, and as long as we don't let them get metal on metal, that they'll replace them for free. I didn't make that rule up. It doesn't make any sense to me, but technically, if they work half decent, we'll find out after. We could go to as many track days as we want, and if they burn up, it doesn't matter. Holy crap, look at that thing. Thing almost flew into me. I'm not scared of bugs, but that's a bird. Jeez, look at the size of that thing. Ay. Got monsters in here, guys. All right, so I'm gonna get the car. I don't technically have to really jack it up. I don't know if I want to spend time putting it on the pucks and whatnot. I might honestly just do it old school, just throw a floor jack under there, because I gotta back this thing up and align it. I did take it around the block, but that's why it's not lined up. So it's probably honestly gonna be quicker just to throw a floor jack under each wheel or point and just pop the wheel off and do it one at a time. So let's go ahead and do that, get those pads on there. Just kidding. Put it on the lift. I didn't want to be too lazy. It's just, for some reason, this car is so small that you have to position the arms. I don't know, maybe that's why the last people ended up bailing it off the lift, because it's a chore to position the arms on these cars because they're so tiny that there's almost, I don't know, the arms don't want to go on it. But anyways, we got it on there. It's secure. Let's go ahead, pop the two wheels off, get those pads off, and so you guys know the business. So wheel is off, and the only thing I did was take out these two 12 mil bolts that go into the caliper, just like anything you would expect. They go into those two slider pins, and then once you do that, the pads just fall out. So this was the condition of the pads. They were pretty well toast, like almost down to the wear bar or the squealer tab there. And this is the famous or infamous Harbor Freight toolkit. I was mentioning to you guys that I got this one from Harbor Freight. Always comes in handy. And see these two tabs on here? This is the one you want to use, and it winds in those, or that piston there. So unless you have that tool, or you're a magician, or you have to turn this clockwise while pressing in so that the piston will go in and retract, so you can fit the new pads in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the tool up, wind that in, we'll get those new pads on there. So we have the piston fully retracted, and it's a combination of this tool. Like I said, it pushes the piston back and spins it clockwise at the same time. And here's a comparison of our pads. So that's how much meat we're supposed to have. versus how much pad we did have. So we'll go ahead, install our brand new AutoZone Duralast pads, and we'll throw it in. Super easy, you guys. So this wheel is on, pads are on, that surface rust should come off. You could technically turn the rotors, and some people might suggest it, but we should be fine, honestly. And we'll go ahead and do this side now. New pads are in there, old pads are in my hand. We can go ahead and throw these in the garbage can. And what's next? I think we should try to mount the seats. And the other thing I have to do is put the window in its track. So I never hooked up the power for this door because I wasn't sure if it was gonna come off for paint. But since we're just gonna plasti dip it for now, I can hook up this door so that the power mirror works and the window works. Since we're just gonna plasti dip it, we won't have to take it off, because I wanted to, eventually when we paint it, I wanna paint all the inside too and the door jambs, but plasti dip, it's not gonna matter for now. It's kind of why I'm doing plasti dip, because we don't have to go through all the tedious process. We can just go ahead and drive this thing, hopefully shortly. So I still have to mount up a bunch of this nonsense. The wire harness should be in here. I stuck it through, but I gotta pull it through right here. Oh, I guess we can do it right now, why not, right? So we'll go ahead and plug this door in so that we have power. If I can get it in with one hand. All right, there, that click solidifies that connection. So that's done, and I have to put the window up, and this is the mess that I was mentioning before. So it is gross in here, but I guess we'll try to shop vac it for now. Maybe throw a seat in it, at least so we can take it around and do what we gotta do. Let's go ahead and put this thing down. I need to hit this with a shop vac, see what we can and can't do, and we'll go from there. If I can clean this up just somewhat, at least so it looks presentable, and then throw a seat in here, but I think this has to come out. I don't know how much more it is to take out. I guess a seatbelt connection, and it almost comes out. I don't know what's underneath. If it looks any better underneath, I might just pull it, but it might look too race car-ish if we completely take this out now. What do you guys think? I'm on the verge. The only problem is you gotta mess with all this junk over here too. I don't think it's just as easy as pulling it up like that. I don't know, decisions. I think for now I'll just clean it, throw the seat on it, but man, the carpet's so nasty. Ugh. All right, let me decide. Let's put this thing down. I'll decide right now. So cars on the ground. I think I've decided, like, look at that. It even looks worse on camera. I'm just going to remove the carpets and we'll pressure wash them out, maybe at a later time, but that is just too far gone for my liking. And I don't know, because the sliders, even the seat sliders, you can see them, there was kind of just rust deposits from it. So I think to get these as clean as possible, I think they need to, well, in my ideas, I'm just gonna pressure wash them. We use a bunch of soap, degreaser, every chemical we could possibly put on them, because I don't want any mold or any nastiness in there. Let's take them out. They're already almost out. I just gotta pop out a few more clips. This will come out, and the seat belt has to come out so that it frees it. But I mean, you guys saw before, it's almost out. So we're almost partway there. This seat isn't bolted in, so we're pretty much almost there on that side too. So we might as well just yank the carpets. We'll leave them out for the time being, and we'll pressure wash them when we have more time. Wow, at first I was debating taking that out, but I feel so much better after taking it out. Look how clean that looks compared to that. I don't think we're gonna put that back in. I think that this kind of looks pretty cool. The fact that it's like painted kind of nice yellow. Yeah, I think just putting seats in here, maybe just getting floor mats even, or we'll do something cool with it later, but I kind of like this look better. It definitely looks a lot cleaner than that. I mean, unless these miraculously clean up, I think that's gonna be the way we're gonna go. Check out how clean this looks now. It's looking full, almost slow race car status. I'm liking the way that's looking, but I just ripped out something on the back there, which you can see down here, right? Like kind of where it goes up to the firewall there. If you look on this side, I had ripped it out and threw it out because it was all soaked. It's like a big sponge back there. It's this black mat. Look at this, this is still wet, look at that. That's all water, and this is why I'm pulling this out, because it is just kind of, it doesn't really stink, but it just smells kind of musty. So you guys can bet your ass that I'm taking all of this out. So I'm just kind of tearing it as far up as I can reach, because it goes way the hell up there. Like, you'd have to take the dashboard out to take it out all the way up, but it gets dry. It gets dry once you stick your hand a good bit up there, but down low here, it is soaked. So there, it looks way cleaner with it out too, but like, look at how soaked this thing is, you guys. Like, look at all that dirty ass water. Nasty. So we're gonna throw this out in the trash. Okay, seriously, how cool does that look? Especially the pedals down there. I might take off, I don't know, this is kind of mixed feelings on this. This stuff here is sound deadening. It's kind of just like a tin like you see, and it's got some rubber backing, and it stops vibration, helps with a tiny bit of heat, but more than anything, I think it stops vibration. So if I take that off, it'll sound like a tin can, and I really don't feel like scraping all the glue off right now. So for now, we're gonna leave it. But now we have clean on this side, clean on that side, and I'm glad we got all that junk out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the seats in for now so that we have seats. I'm gonna bolt them in. I will be upgrading the seats at some point here, but our priorities are the body, getting it one color, wheels, suspension. But I'm still on the hunt for seats. So these seats will be going at some point. But for now, let's toss them in, bolt them up so we have something there, and continue. Okay, seats are both in, secured and tightened, but you guys have no idea what I just found. Well, you might have an idea, but you guys remember this? So this was the spring, that it was a $10 spring from Honda for the shifter over there, and we couldn't find it, but I just saw it laying on the ground here. So I think it looked kind of bent. I think it was wedged in the seat, in the bottom of the seat rail or something strange like that. When I got the car, the seats were already out of it. And I guess the spring must have worked its way around and been stuck in the seat rail or on the bottom of the seat or something, because I just moved the seats and I saw the spring there. So it would have been nice if we found that spring, but hey, no big deal. Last thing I'm gonna do is just connect that window so that the window can go up. I think that's gonna be pretty much it for today. So let me go ahead, we'll fire up the ignition. I don't know if it'll work from this window switch here. I don't have any switch over there connected, but I just have to put the mechanism down just a tiny bit. Let's try it. I can hear it moving. I think that's what we want. Let's go see. Put this closed so that I can reach it if needed. And the reason why I was doing that is, where is it? Oh, it's way down here. I actually need to go up with it. So this plate here needs to go up so that I can get it at the bolt. I don't know how it ended up down, but whatever. Let's try going up. No up, but just down. See if it has anything to do with that switch not being plugged in. We'll grab our door panel here. Just for this silly switch. So we got our door panel, and these things are shredded too. Just beautiful. So I really don't
damages it, but I'll at least get it on here so I can operate my switch. Should probably take the switch off the door panel, but I don't really feel like messing with it right now. Let's just do what we gotta do. Oh, there we go. Sounds a little better. So that's what we're trying to do here. So we're gonna get this lined up with our holes here, which I think is right about there. Somewhere around there. There's a hole here and there. So now I can put the glass up top here and then hopefully get my bolts in. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm gonna set the camera down. So there you have it. Most of the interior is now installed, done. We got that dirty carpet out of there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet, but I'm kind of liking the whole just raw, you know, metal look. And once we put some race seats in here, I think it'll kind of look pretty cool. Right now it looks a little bit strange with just bone stock seats, just missing the carpet. But I think once we put some race seats in there, it'll kind of go with the look that we're trying to achieve. And once we get everything else all together. That's going to be it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on that bell notification so you're notified of all the latest videos. And we'll see you on the next video. Right now, I'm about to fix the trunk, which I just found out what's wrong with it. But I'll save that for the next video. Take care, guys. And we'll see you on the next one.